Welcome to the Shovelware show, where we figure out if these shovelware games should be buried or not. Today we have the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. The Dukes of Hazzard, for everyone that doesn't know, is a television show from the late 70s to the early 80s. The version of the game we are looking at is the 2000 Game Boy Color version, though the original version came out for the PlayStation in 1999. The studio behind this game is a great example of a shovelware developer. Now how about we take a look at this game? We are immediately tortured by the chiptune remake of the Dukes of Hazzard's opening. Let's name ourselves now, or not, because I can't figure out how to move the cursor. The first thing that shows up is some awful digitized faces of the two main characters, Luke and Bo. This is the way of them telling the story. I really wish we would have just used sprites instead. But as you'll see in a lot of shovelware games, they opt for digitized photos instead of sprites. I would point out the flaws in this art, but we would be here all day. I will question though why he has an afro instead of straight hair, and why the other one's hair, yeah. Also, Uncle Jesse's truck clearly looks like it has a flux capacitor in the back of it. Immediately, one of my main problems with the game comes up, the racing. Which of course is all you do in this game, since it's called the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. The steering is so loose, which both can and can't be good in a game, but the lanes are so tight that you constantly bump into, whilst there's no emergency brakes so you can quickly take turns because, of course, it's a top-down game. While we are on the subject of gameplay, this game is semi-open world, where you get to pick your paths to different areas. The whole time you are playing, it gives you this awful circle to follow that moves around on the whole screen sporadically, which makes it impossible to follow. The whole time I felt like a cat trying to chase a laser pointer. The music is also so terrible. It's all just digitized crap. Digitized music doesn't have to be bad. Look at all the awesome digitized songs on YouTube. They are so great. Also, why is it no racing games on Game Boy Color have music? Music is what gets me pumped in a racing game. The graphics are just terrible. They look like they belong more on the NES rather than a late life Game Boy Color game. I've actually seen NES games that look better than this. The sound effects aren't much better than the graphics. Between the Pac-Man sounds coming from the police sirens to the sound of the car. The noise is one of the most annoying things I've ever heard, since it sounds like a bad NES game / Atari 2600 game. It honestly reminds me of Combat. All in all, I would avoid this game. This game deserves to be buried with how bad it is. If you want a racing game for the Game Boy Color, play Top Gear Rally Pocket 2. It's a good game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and spread the word. It helps me know that you are interested in more videos.